Hello, you guys. Today I want to talk about manifestation and mindset. So, I am actually so in love with the idea and the concept of manifestation that I actually went out and got a certification in clinical hypnotherapy because I really needed to understand how manifestation worked. I knew that it worked, but I needed something a little bit more concrete to understand it. So I was so fascinated learning about the mind and learning about how you can literally rewire your own belief system to believe X, Y, and Z is happening to you, and therefore it does happen. And the further down this rabbit hole I went, the more my mind was just lighting up with ideas and exploration, and also seeing it happen and working firsthand. So here's something that we understand. That which is like itself is drawn to itself. That's why when we see people, the people who talk most about illness have it. The people who speak most about, depression and sadness have it. The people who speak most of prosperity have it. The people who speak most of joy and happiness have it. And that is it's so fascinating and it's so inspiring to see the way that the brain creates stories in our head. So what we're actually doing is we're writing stories in our brain that are essentially magnification of what we've already seen. So I have seen that this, and this is a truth, and therefore I understand it as a truth, and therefore my brain creates it as a truth, and then the story stays the same. So think about let's think about a child who was born into money and continues to have money most of his life. That child understands that he will always have X amount of money. He understands that he will always be supported. He will always have what he needs because it's literally all he knows. That's his conditioning. And so even when this child grows up, goes out to college, leaves college, and let's say, finds a job, but it's mediocre, he will still always have X amount of money. He will still always have, the support and the life that he basically had growing up. Even if it's a little less, he'll always have the organic food, because it's the only thing that he knows. Versus the child who's born into poverty, and then, they're raised through school in poverty, and they understand, every little bit counts, and a little bit, can go a long way, and we have to share this food, and we get the cheapest food option, and and you have to work really, really hard to just have a little and to just get by. So that child grows up, maybe goes to college or does not, comes out, and then their understanding and belief system around life is all of those things, get the most reasonably priced thing. These expensive things don't matter. Quality is not the issue, just having it is the issue. So those are two different types of people grown up in two different households. They grow up with this belief system. So we can only expect what we've already seen. It makes no sense in our logical brain to, write a new story when you already know that the truth of the story is X, Y, and Z. However, your highest self, your highest consciousness knows that any story is actually possible as long as you believe it. And that's not the corny, saying of anything's possible if you just believe. No, but if you start rewiring your brain, this is science. If you start to rewire your brain to expect something different, then something different is actually what will happen, because then your brain will only see proof that that's what's happening. But you have to believe it really deep down. And this is where manifestation comes in. So if we are calibrated to only celebrate the reward, then we're actually missing so much of life. We're missing, the little moments that actually create the story. So, the story isn't just, I want to make $1 million. That's the end result, or that is a result of the story that we're creating. But also little parts of the story include, I want to get this job and love it. I want to meet this person and fall in love. I want to buy this car and then trade that in and then get this car. And, and I want to go out and have a ton of fun. I want to go to the beach once a week. I want to make sure that I'm up in a mountain hiking at least once a week. These little moments are the moments that create the story. You don't just watch a film or read a book and you read, once upon a time there was a person who felt this way, and then in 10 years they felt this way at the end. No, the story is made up of all the goodness that got you from A to Z. All the letters in between are part of manifestation. Think about all the stories that we have created in our mind that disrupt the natural flow of things. Technically, we are naturally always in a flow state, but when we start to say, oh, but I can't do this because of this thing. Oh, but I'm not feeling very good about myself, so I should dig into that and discover that the reason I'm not feeling good about myself today is because 3 days ago I saw something on Facebook that triggered me, that reminded me of 4 years ago when this boy said that to me, and when this boy said that to me, it reminded me of when my dad said it to me when I was 5. These stories, we've made this collective decision to hold on to these things and dig into them. And yes, it is important, but it's important to get them, to feel them, to process them, and then let them go, not hold on to them. So what stories are you telling yourself that are disrupting the natural flow of the way that your life is supposed to be going? This stuff is so fascinating. You get to tell yourself a new story, and then you get to believe it. So even if you just start with, I'm so happy today. I am so happy today. I don't know, I'm just so happy today. And then you start, go from there, and then you go to, I'm really happy and I have a lot of energy today. I'm really happy and I have so much energy today. And then you go to, I'm really happy, I have so much energy, I've been so productive, I feel like dancing. Today I feel like dancing. So then the little steps seem irrelevant until you realize that they're part of the story that create the result that you desire, and then that is manifestation. So to energetically not be available for certain things that you've been available for this whole entire life is really refreshing. So I am no longer energetically available to be spoken to in this way. I am no longer energetically available to make less than this amount of money. I am no longer energetically available to be bullied online. These are just examples of what you can create that you're not available for. And it's not like I'm gonna work really hard to not know. It's just, I am not available for it, and then that becomes a truth, and you have to know that it's a truth, and then it's real. And then that energy can't find you because you're literally not, it can't even see you. You become invisible to that negative energy. And it even works on levels like, God, my hair grows so fast. My hair grows so fast, and it is so curly. My hair grows so fast. If you can make yourself really, really believe that, then your brain will create that. That is manifestation. I'm so beautiful. I'm so beautiful. I really love myself. I'm really beautiful. And then the world will begin to see you as beautiful. And then you will begin to see you as beautiful because that's the vibration that you're existing in. That's the vibration that you're radiating in. And that is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous thing. You don't have to worry about what other people feel about you liking yourself. You don't have to worry about, what the internet might say or what your family might say, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about what you want, the story that you want to create the life that you want, the life of your dreams, because it's possible. The natural flow is waiting for you. The things that you want were given to you. Your desires were given to you for a purpose. They didn't just come from nowhere. You are who you are for a reason, who you really are. So get rid of the shit that disrupts the natural flow. Get rid of that bad energy and just make some new decisions. And then when you make those decisions, then you thrive. So what if your decision is, I'm actually good during quarantine time, during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm actually good. I'm happy. I know that things are going to be fine. Money's going to flow to me. There's literally no issue here. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. And, when I feel like writing, I'll write. And when I feel like dancing, I'll dance. And when I feel like sleeping in, I will. And when I don't, I won't. And there's no judgment to be had. And there's only what makes you feel good. There's only the new story that you want to create. And there's only the rewiring of the brain to manifest the life that you want. That's all manifestation really is. It's rewiring your brain to believe a new story and then watching it unfold in front of you. And then, if you want to get more spiritual about it, it's that plus the universe or God listening and hearing you and going, my God, thank you. Thank you for finally showing up in the way that I've been waiting for you to show up so I can help you, so I can co-create with you the life of your dreams. So today I just challenge you to start writing a new story and give it some time and see how it feels. And that's all for now. I love you guys.